Welcome back to the one and only MICPT.com podcast with the owner of the iconic international made in Compton store. Bone, how are you today?
I'm good in yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once again, I'm doing better now that it was an overcast. It was still humid today, but it was a little break in the weather. So yeah, absolutely. Like I know you got a song. You just talk about the weather and the cheddar. Yeah, well, it was better today. Not so hot, and muggy. What about you?
Oh, it was cool. I mean, they say it rained a little bit earlier today, and that's what made it humid. But
Hmm.
that's just how it is. It's like when you rain, it's like the steam in the pot.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you say the pot. It almost seemed like a game. What was that game that it's like jackpot and everything? But we have the wheel. We're using the wheel of names for topics for today's podcast, and we have different lists. So we're gonna get started right away and see what we're gonna talk about first. Let me see. Oh yeah, it will be the one that's written larger too. That part. So hats. Definitely, we do have something new,
Oh
and that's
yeah, the Compton High hat.
mm-hmm. Absolutely. How neat is that? Oh. So yeah. Oh, and which reminds me, absolutely, wasn't that extraordinary? The first game has been played, and Compton High School won.
Oh man, not one. It was a landslide.
Oh my god. Absolutely. So 41, it said 41-0. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. And that's true too. I thought it was Dominguez, Dominguez down on Alondra, the Dons, but it's at Rancho Dominguez. And so that
yeah, the Lobos.
Lobos, right. Absolutely. So I was like, oh, okay, all right. So now I hear that there's another game coming soon here. It's
Oh yeah, Compton and Centennial Thursday.
Okay. And then we find out is it a home team or it's away?
I think it's at Compton because I think they said like they got 9 home games this year.
Nice.
So they
Absolutely.
really gonna be breaking that field in.
Okay. Amen. That's the part right there. Oh man. And we have Compton beanies. Now I'm thinking about it because beanies are actually considered a hat as well.
Oh, absolutely. And we got the beanies in 3 different styles. We got 2 different styles with the pom poms, and well, really 4 different styles because we got 2 different styles with the pom poms, and we got navy and we got powder blue and the regular beanie.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know that, yeah, they're so new. We definitely have Instagram where we have some pictures of them, and I will have to showcase them next time. But yeah, there we have a few on more with the beanies with the pom poms. Mhm. And I know that's gonna be fun. I know it's like premature. We talk about the weather. It didn't rain. I didn't see any rain in Compton, but um, it is really something that to be warm and watch the games in the evenings because it will get cold. Especially, I know it's usually cold around Halloween. So it's gonna get colder. So it'd be really neat for people to know also that yeah, we do have hoodies. I know that's not on the list there, but I'm gonna share the wheel. But just getting the hoodies, because I know last time it was a lot of different tours or where they were going, um, like tailgate parties and so forth. So we have plenty of hoodies now as well, powder blue, dark blue, white already. So people that want to get their things in advance, we have them, and for the brand new school uh, alumni, absolutely, it'd be nice to meet. That's pretty cool.
Did you
Mm,
put something on there about the new Tarbay mascot?
no, we could talk about that. Absolutely. So even with this one is marked as autumn clothing. Yes, I did see the new Tar Babe. Uh, well, the mascot. Is the mascot, is that a Tar Babe?
Yeah, it's a Tarbay. He real light and he got a blonde swoosh in his hair.
Okay, so with the autumn and that swoosh, with a blonde swoosh, the autumn, that's a part of an autumn color, you know, the blonde, kind of, yellowish. We got orange, we have brown. When, autumn, the leaves change on certain types of trees and so forth. So yeah, absolutely. But of course, the colors, like I did see, he had on the powder blue, powder blue t-shirt. So, and then maybe those were dark blue shoes, and the shorts. I have to look again, but yeah, absolutely. So the mascot, definitely energetic, and is really, yeah, and all of this heat. Yeah, the mascot would be, on the smaller side, but come around Thanksgiving, we might get to see the mascot gain a little weight. But yeah, we definitely have plenty of Compton High t-shirts all the way up to 7XL. I'm not sure if that mascot gained that much weight though, but you know me.
No, he looked like he slimmed down and got a little taller.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, so absolutely. So that, yeah, we do have different versions of the Compton High School Tar Babe, um, the actual, the Tar Babe on the T-shirt in the store, and we have some with the logo on the front and then on the back. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be pretty neat. Did you want to add something else about autumn clothing?
Yeah. Well, in the autumn it get a little cooler, and
Mm,
that's when the trees, the leaves change color, and the seasons are starting to change. So
mm,
yeah, we got those hoodies and we got those beanies to keep you warm.
absolutely. And then because it's not quite winter, we do have zippers, hoodies with zippers. Yeah, because I believe last year, we got some requests, so we have a surplus of hoodies with zippers now. hmm It's going into this year's winter. Yeah, right, all right. So let me see. I did remove the other one. Okay, so now we're going to, looks like, linguistic literacy. Absolutely. So, of course, I was thinking about the different books and the book placement, and it's something to be able to come on a podcast. Oh, I'm going to share a link with someone as well. You want to speak to linguistic literacy?
Yeah, linguistic literacy is the key to mind growth and expanding your horizons. It's like being tapping into your creative side and
Mm,
really articulating what you want and the stories that come from within.
absolutely. And we would love to be your PR team for your first book, or if not, you have a gambit of books. Yeah, definitely give us a call. And just knowing that the book placement fee as of now is only $25 a month. And for your first 2 months, you can actually share a couple more books for the payment, and we can start doing an interview, have you here on the podcast, take your pictures in front of the store. We actually have the talk boxes, or shall we say the microphones that have the box and make you look like you're on the news. It says Channel 12 Compton. We can do a business interview in front of the store as well, so you can actually, people can see you and showcase your book. So absolutely, and get to meet you as an author. And then at a later date, you want to do a book signing, you can do that too. And Teddy G has a plethora of books, and we also have a Made in Compton book club. So if you like to go on Instagram, Made in Compton book club, and stay tuned for updates, that would be cool too. Yeah.
Oh, and
So
let's not forget we launch a social media campaign for your book.
yes, absolutely. So let's see about that going forward too. That's a lot going
Look
on.
at those colors. They just getting bigger and brighter.
Mhm. That part. What? Book placement. And yeah, so I pretty much talked about that too. But that is pretty neat to be able to have a place that you can actually go and share your books and know that they have traffic there in a store where people travel from all around the world, as well as the fact that you know the people that is selling your book, that is promoting your book on videos when you're not around, absolutely showcasing your video, speaking about the contents of your book to people, just by conversation and knowing what your book is about, is another way to upsell your book. So, and it's more consistency. Like they say, sometimes, you may not be able to be on the podcast because we have other authors, or it's just a matter of scheduling. And then at the same time, it could be the fact that mm, is at a later date. If we need to do more. Is about more communication, literally, and when you're upselling. Because imagine when people are selling things at any store, because it's like having your own store. Book placement means you have a place in the store, and your service, you want to service your own um, area. It's almost like people that have vending machines. They actually
Hmm.
go check on their vending machine. They do their numbers. They're looking forward to advertising it more. They're checking on the advertising. They're sharing the advertisement if it's being created for them. So it's literally it's a lot more to it than your book just sitting there. Because book placement, and I'm thinking that maybe uh, it's just a matter of time, and people see it as being um, more than your book is just placed in the store. Book placement, maybe, because I'm wondering if it needed to be more of a verb, because it does seem like it's stagnant when you say book placement. It's going to sit right there, but it's and it's a rare thing to be able to have your own product that you create from your intellectual property, and then be able to position it in somebody else's store where you don't pay for, pay as much as the store owner, like leasing square footage of a business.
Yeah. It reminded me of back in the day when we used to leave our CDs at the stores on consignment, and
Hmm.
they used to upsell us the light boxes. Like,
Hmm.
you can get a light box for like $100 a month, and the
Hmm.
light boxes showcase and highlight your book, or I mean your CD. So when
Hmm.
people come in the store, to draw their attention to it.
Nice. Oh,
So
that's
it's like we doing that with the books instead of the CDs. So
mhm.
it seems like it's a fresh formula, but it's actually something that been used.
That's right. Absolutely. That's true. And something about the location of it too is right. The books are right to your left. They're to your immediate left when you enter the store. So it's the first thing people see, and it's the last thing people see. So it's in a good spot in the store as well. Because you would think that maybe, oh, it's a clothing and accessory store, and there's some services there, and oh, okay, one of the services, book placement. Where are the books? You would think maybe they're at the top shelf or somewhere in the back, because people think mainly t-shirts, right? are getting custom t-shirts made when they come to the Made in Compton store. But actually, you see the books first.
Absolutely. First thing when you walk through the door, and the
Mm,
last thing when you walk out the door.
absolutely, absolutely. So it's pretty neat. All right, so let's move on and check this out. This Saturdays are all about the business on the micpt.com podcast. So if you like to make a suggestion, by all means, there the comments area. All right, accessories, accessories, accessories. What would you like to say first?
I like to talk about the hip flask because we sold a couple of those today, and it's just a beautiful flask. It's well designed, it's real sleek, and it fits right in the palm of your hand. And it
Mm-hmm.
holds 8 ounces of your favorite drink. So you can discreetly sip it while you at social gatherings or whatever, you know. It's just a nice way to keep it a secret.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with that in mind, we want to say hello there, Michael Hollins. He says, I'm here. What's up, Nichelle and Bone? And yes, and Michael Hollins, yes, he's co-signing. He said, yeah, consignment. That's right. So he remembers too. He has a smiling emoji. And then he says, I'm getting the chance when when I come back. Yeah, he's not used to using a CD player. Oh, okay. Since I bought the damn car. He's so funny.
So they
Okay,
got that newer technology in these new
okay.
cars. It
I
don't
got
even come with a CD player no more.
Lord Jesus. Amen. And then he says Kool-Aid. Yes, indeed. Remember we did have those different packets of Kool-Aid, all these different colors here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He cracking up. He's cracking up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's gotta be fun. Yes, indeed. And so let me see what we have here. The accessories. We have just a tremendous amount of accessories. Know that I try to organize it there in the front of the store. That's where the accessories are located. If you haven't had a chance to come to the Made in Compton store lately, but just to know that on the side of the table there is a bucket. We have socks and flip flops too, because some people, they still wear, um, the flip flops, and they're made in Compton store. People are going to the beach now, so it's a nice gift for right now as well, and it goes hand in hand with the hip flask. And if it was a different setting, let's imagine if there was a different setting, Bone. We talk about all the sports that's happening right now. And, some people, they like to smoke cigars when they're watching different, you know, sports games, right? So
Mhm.
that I think that stemless glass is really, really fancy because we talk about we have a luxury robe, and people are buying a robe even while it's hot because they live in Australia or they live abroad somewhere and it's getting cold, or it's the opposite weather right now. And but that is actually like really luxurious too. So we think wine glasses with the stem, oh, they're so fancy. We think champagne and wine, but that stemless glass is very nice.
Oh yeah, it's for the connoisseur.
So yeah, once again, I want to shout out the one and only Chili Mac, the boss, for that idea.
Absolutely. Good one, Chili Mac. That
Mm-hmm.
and the golf balls and the black socks.
That's right, absolutely. So, and it goes hand in hand with the sunglasses, wristband. You have so many different things that complement it. And then we can go past that. We can think about barbecue. Imagine a barbecue. And, we talked about, I think it's over a year ago on another podcast. But yeah, but seriously, imagine going to a barbecue and then everybody in the family there has the tumblers, the Made in Compton store tumblers. That's got to be a fun thing because they're sleek, they're fancy, they're not just the typical color of a of a tumbler. It's fancy. That gray, that's sleek. And the way it feels. We don't talk about tumblers that often, but we do talk about being hydrated when you go to the park during this weather and so much more. So yeah, just knowing that we really actually have those tumblers that come in handy. And they're only $11 plus tax too.
I don't know why I just visualized the prices right. Like we was on set and we had the beach setting going and the volleyball and
Mhm.
everything.
See?
And everybody drinking it out of a stemless glass.
Absolutely. See, and we didn't have the stimulus glasses when we were talking about the park and this scenery that we're imagining right now last year because we were actually promoting the frisbees actually too. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we do have frisbees. Yep. So going forward, let's check this out. Let me see. Like said something here. He says, look, he says, the other word, old player ass bone. He got to be from the upside down cot. He said, I was on the Family Feud and won. What? PPT. Absolutely.
Man,
Amen. Summer clothing. Yes, indeed. We definitely have a plethora of summer clothing. Yeah, that you know what? I don't think I've asked you that before. How did you get a chance to merge with Kango? Because we have the Kango, the shorts made in Compton shorts with Kango.
well, I
Yeah,
had one of the representatives reach out to me via telephone call, and we made that happen. It just was interesting, and everything was right, so we went ahead and went forward with it. And it was real easy to work with, and they had a warehouse in L.A., and it was nice.
nice. Wow, pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, and just really quick, check this out. For real, Michael Michael Holland says, "Yeah, Holland's Family Feud." Hey, Alta Jane. Absolutely. I bet it was fun. Super fun. And then what else, really quick? The summer clothing. Oh, yeah, we have the tank tops and the Razorback. I learned about the Razorback, the difference or what they were called, tank top. But when you do have a different style of clothing, they have a specific name as well. So some people, if I didn't know about it, you know, but somebody else might need to know. But yeah, Razorback tank tops we also have. For the summer clothes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And of course,
That's for the ladies. Just wear the back taper in.
mm-hmm. And I wonder why did they create that though, really too, because then we have our bra straps out.
I don't know. Probably some man designed that.
Oh my goodness. Let me check and see what Michael Holland said about that too. Lord Jesus, I know he's cracking up. He thinking about it some kind of way. Woo-wee. But for real, he said YouTube it Holland's Family Feud, and they won too. Oh wow. Absolutely.
Nice.
Nice. A matter of
Ask
fact,
him was Steve Harvey the host.
ah, amen. He hears you, so I will just wait for him to type. Absolutely. So Holland's Family Feud. Let me see. Family Feud. Holland's is 1999. And so it has this
Oh
commercial.
no, it wasn't Steve Harvey in '99.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see some. Let me see. Hold on. We're gonna stop sharing the wheel of names really quick and then let me share again. And in the meantime, he's so funny. Oh my god. Let me go back to he says um Louis Anderson. Oh yeah, real too. 10 racks. What? Oh wow. How cool is that? Okay, I think it was a commercial, but I seen that he was texting, so I wanted to read that really quick. And here we go. Here it is. Here. Ah, there we go right there. We gonna see if we can get past that commercial real quick. How neat is this?
Today on Family Feud from Compton, California, their reputation is just like it's the Hollins family.
What?
From Thousand Oaks, California, they're hoping to score more often than the Los Angeles Lakers. Meet the
This
Bakers.
is it. This is
You're
real.
about
Look
to see
at
these
this.
two teams battle it out for $10,000 in
It
cash.
looks like
Cause it's
he's
time
in
to
front right there.
play the Family
That part, Louis
Feud.
Anderson. Look
Now
at
here's
him.
the star of
I'm
our
waiting for
show,
him to get close. We gotta see him.
Louis
Oh
Anderson.
my goodness. How neat is this? Ah!
Welcome to the feud. Hollins family against the Baker family. I want everyone to know this is the only show that my dentist says will help fight cavities. So let's play it, shall we? Jennifer, Mike, let's play the feud.
Oh, he is first, dude.
All right. Wonderful handshake of the feud. Good luck. Surveyed 100 people. Top 4 answers on the board. Name a famous dick. Jennifer. Name a famous dick.
Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke.
Okay, there you go,
Dick
Mike.
Van Dyke.
On the board.
They're gonna play.
Amen. Okay, good. All right, all right. We had to do that. That was good. That was good. Absolutely. Let me go back here. That was tight. Absolutely. He's laughing right here. He just got a whole bunch of emojis. Right. Now that's neat. But that's what we talk about.
The
See,
Hollins family out of Compton.
yes, absolutely. So the like they say, we're for real community store. He said, yeah, look it up, no problem. Let's check this out. Absolutely, you know. And then at the same time, it makes you feel like, well, like how some people say you want to go to a place where everybody knows your name, like that place, Cheers, right? So how neat is this to be able to come to the store? He came to the store, he got a chance to meet you, and then it's like it's been on since then because it's like, oh man, this is cool. You get a chance. I don't think he took a picture. No, he didn't do the like the paparazzi situation, right? He says cheers. Yeah, cheers was fun, right? He said, I don't lie. Lying. He got jokes even in the commentary, right? So yeah, you gotta get him to do some stand-up comedy though, for real. So I think it's really neat though. How cool is that? Just like how I feel like you select our store to support, we treat you like stars. And there's at least we present it to you. Some people say that they don't want to take the picture because people already know them or they took a picture already. But it's like, oh man, it's almost 3,000 pictures there. So I'm not sure when the last time people seen the pictures. What I mean? That is pretty cool. To each his own, but it is an option there. And this is just an example, to stay connected with people. Here we get a chance to celebrate as family on the podcast. How about this was in 1999. It's 2025.
Man, 26 years ago.
Man, that's a long time ago.
And look,
Yeah,
Mike still looked the same.
I was just about to say that. Absolutely. He said, "We fam, no pics needed." Amen. Well, that is so cool. Let me go back to the Wheel of Names. Absolutely. And that's the truth too. We've been doing a podcast now over 2 years or about 2 years now. And yeah, this is fun. If we would have started this back in the day, this would have been cool too.
Man, we have a Wheel of Fortune by now.
Yep. I think so. Count it in the box. You already know. Yes, I think it's more people that has been catching on, and that's been a blessing too. Some things just start off, slow, and you got to fine tune some different things. But yeah, everybody, that basic box right away, 39.99 plus tax and shipping, or just for local 39.99 plus tax, and you get the shop up to $132 in value. And here in California, we know that it comes up to like $44. It's $44 and some change. And just imagine one t-shirt
29 cents.
and 29 cents specifically. Yes. I mean, one t-shirt is $33 with the tax in the store. And you can just pay less than 10, well, just a little bit over $10 more, with the tax, and get three more items at the cost of $33. And then the value is past the $132 as well, because it's the culture. I mean, people just tell me, even I mean, everybody that listen to this podcast know, when you walk through the airport or any airport and you have something on Compton, or you see somebody else with something on that says Compton, a hat, a hoodie, a t-shirt, Compton, Adidas, all, on your back, made in Compton, anything. Everybody's looking.
It's that wow factor.
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, with that, just, and we're a small city, but we're huge to so many people around the world. There's some people that they've been waiting like almost 50 years to come as well. You know what I mean? Especially, people that come from Australia, you know, and then some people were like the young man that came today. He told us he can come in with his children from Germany. He's born in 1972, and he's been talking about hip hop since they've been born. And then his oldest child was just stoked, like, oh my gosh, it's like being in the land of Compton, just in the Made in Compton store, because everything is Compton. It says Made in Compton right here. It's the old English style right there. You say, if it don't say Compton, don't make sense. You look over here, he's just amazed. Absolutely, it was really cool. So, but it's something to think about. It is a subscription. And what do you want to say about that? How people sometimes, that have share, they just don't want to have a monthly subscription.
Well, it's worth it because the way we break it down, you can even change your sizes where you can use it to gift people in the family. And with Christmas coming up, what's an easier way to save money? You can
Mm,
spend $39.99 and you can get four shirts or two hats and two shirts. And you can gift everything except for what you want to keep for yourself. And you still have much to go around. It's just a beautiful thing.
that part right there. And just like I'm gonna say, because I see Michael Hollins says, I want to shout out Julian, because he says, can y'all shout out my boy Julian? Yeah, Julian heard about the Compton and Box, jump right on it.
Man, it's a beautiful thing.
Man, and then it's just one of those things, like, word of mouth is huge, right? The impact of it all as well. And then just a matter of, you can have your clothes shipped to you, and then you can have more than, like, say, if it was $33, but you would only get one thing for $33. This has got to be amazing. You know what I mean? You can get so much more, and it's shipped to you right to your door.
Oh yeah, and then there's just so many moving parts. You can switch a shirt out for three shot glasses, or you could switch a shirt out for three keychains. So
Hmm.
it's just so many different ways you can package your Compton in a box. And then if
Absolutely.
you do custom and deluxe, you actually get to pick out what you get. So it's a beautiful thing. It's just so much savings and it's just so efficient and convenient.
Hmm. And then just like Mike is sharing that, yeah, Julian, he's getting more as well. Because just to think about it, you can order your content in the box, but then it's in the same month. Then you realize a different activity comes. Oh, just like that older gentleman that came in, he was like, he wanted to surprise his son with another T-shirt. It's the same month. He had already bought, or added a T-shirt that he knew his son would like in his Compton in the box, right? Because he did the basic 4 t-shirts. So that he bought 3 of them, or chose 3 t-shirts for himself and one for his son. Then they wind up with a different event. He came on back. He's like, I know, I'm back. I already did my Compton in the box, but I want to buy my son another t-shirt because we got this other event coming up. How neat is that? Just like that,
Man,
like Mike is saying, when you get the confident box and then you still want to order something outside the box, what does that say? Well, one for me, it says at least I did get a savings as well. I didn't
absolutely.
buy everything outright.
And look, not meaning to call names, but Charles Davis is notorious for that.
Yeah.
He's a subscriber and he order on the side. So that's
Oh,
the way I like to say it. You subscribe and you order on the side.
I like it. I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna write that down. Absolutely. Shout out to Charles Davis, and he does a lot of the box reveals too. He reveals the boxes. He takes time
Absolutely.
there.
And he needs to start his own cooking show
Yeah,
because I mean some of them pots be looking so delicious. It be having me on my phone screen.
right. I'm like, so what is this about? Right. Exactly. He doesn't have a show yet. He's not sharing his food with us, but it's something about this. Absolutely. So we got to send this video to him and let him know that we definitely shouted him out as well. And we're in great support of those fine dishes that he shares with us online.
Man, look, I still gotta get a bowl of that spaghetti.
Whew. Yeah, he cold with it. Yes, indeed. He cold
And
with it.
that chili that he be making.
The chili, yes, and his presentation of the food, yeah, just makes it so inviting. And he shows his table and everything.
Look, sometimes he just put the ingredients on the table and say, guess what I'm cooking.
Exactly. That's right. Absolutely. You gotta love it. So yeah, like how people have their own hobbies, their interests, and so it's really neat. And we gotta we have a collective audience. If us audience, we have fam, we have customers, we have people that are just so intrigued. They just like, I just wanted to come and see what this store is really like in person because I've been seeing all this, you know commercials and ads or whatever on social media. And then some people come in, it's like, oh, I thought the store was bigger. And then it's like, yeah, well, no, it's here, right here.
Look,
And
what
then,
we lack in square footage, we make up in merchandise.
yeah, absolutely. So we just keep it 100 on the show. So mycpt.com podcast. Absolutely. You want to become an author and need some assistance, or you have your books already, you want to do book placement, or you want to talk about those robes, come and fill the robes, and you want to purchase out of season, just get ready for it because the holidays are coming. It would really be it's commendable that you even have Compton in the box because most stores, they have a weekly special or they have a seasonal special or they have a monthly special, but this is every day. It's been every day for over a year. Compton in the box. But sometimes, like they said, some things just have to get saturated enough for it to become common, right? Like, remember when Michael Jackson, the word bad, it means good. It took a minute for that to resonate. And then it's been like that ever since.
Man.
And then Mike says, "Man, I'm coming to drop." Bone, we talked today. He said, "I got you, dog." He said, "Yo, bring up my idea for a future show." Okay. And then, yo, Bone, my show idea. Yo, Bone. That's what I can imagine. Yo, Bone. My show idea. Absolutely. So the topic is in what category?
It's about readiness, about community awareness,
Okay.
readiness, and he want to have a panel of people from different walks of life, so we
Mhm.
can help spread the word of what's going on and how we can be prepared for it.
Nice, nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, do a panel. We can definitely do that. Yeah. So now we will see get a schedule for that too. Very soon so that we figure out what day that is. Yeah. So small airport jackets, really quick. Absolutely. Wouldn't that be neat to have people fly in for the panel for the topic of the show? Community awareness that you and Mike will do. I mean, all of us, I can still engineer it and share maybe something from an educational perspective or something like that as part of the panel. Yeah, the small airport jackets. That's something that's different. You know how they have a lot of great programs at the new Compton High School, like law. They have a lot of different divisions for the different careers, right? Like they talk about, school is pretty much preparing children or people, young adults, for jobs. Jobs. But at the same time, we need these, we need people in these jobs in different positions and so forth, right? But it's also a discipline, just like going to college. It's a discipline. Is really, it's a lot of mental discipline that you learn when you go to college. But small airport jackets, you want to speak on them?
Yeah, we have a lot of small sizes and the airport jackets still left. So get them while they last because the manufacturer I had made the jackets, they went out of business. So it's like almost like a relic of the past that's only around for a little while longer.
Gotcha. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, just put it in perspective, just using that as an analogy, because there was Earn Your Leisure. They had another business meeting and people did fly around from different places. And I remember uh it was another type of business meeting, and they showcased young adults that were youth pilots and the young, African American pilots, and that's something to think about because we do have young pilots and at the Compton Airport that are literally learning how to fly, and it's people do they already know how to fly airplanes, aircraft. So that's pretty cool. It's an inspiration too. Can you imagine handing a child an airport jacket?
Man.
Give them some history.
And we
Absolutely.
had a situation with the Compton Airport when it was a lady working there that used to come stop at the store. She had the dude that was running it. She had introduced him to me, and we was gonna have the Compton Airport jackets actually at the airport, but we couldn't work out a decent percentage, and the deal kind of fell through.
Got you. I got you. Yep. CPT airport jackets. Michael Hollis is saying for real. Facts. Kids flying. Yes, we see a lot of that on Instagram too. So, but yeah, and we need to advertise that more over too because it is an inspiration. Now, Teddy G, Teddy G, Teddy G, Teddy G, Teddy G, a mascot for Made in Compton Store, clothing and accessory store known as T-shirt store, custom tees. Before back in the day, you used to have a lot of bikes in front of the store and skateboards, and now you have a mascot. And he sits in the store now like he's a Walmart greeter. What's your perspective of Teddy G now?
Well, we needed a medium to absorb the negative and replace it with positive, and Teddy G was the perfect solution. When we was looking at different animals for mascots, just something was so comforting about Teddy G. It's like, he's like your friend, your little friend. And he's there, to listen to you, and he's there when you need him, when you're feeling alone.
Hmm. Absolutely. So for young and older, that's right. Absolutely. So it's something about that, like just like music, old school music, you know, it puts you in a nostalgic mode. Some people, they don't do clowns, but they do teddy bears. Some people do teddy bears just to, have something soft around because they may work in an industry where it's really just a lot of, squares and rectangles, but it's something about something fluffy. Just like, oh, wow, there's a new baby in the family and everything. It's something new. It makes you feel a certain kind of way,
Hmm.
so much better.
Make
Special.
you release dopamine.
Yes, literally. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's almost like Linus with a security blanket, something
Mm,
soft and comforting.
absolutely. Yeah, that part right there. It's a real thing. Yeah. So, for real, every human has emotions. All right, 50% off of small t-shirts. Man, there's so many small t-shirts in the Made in Compton store. Yes, indeed. So, and there's so many different designs. Yes. So this is until August 31st of 2025 at 50% off. And that's been great. People been taking advantage of that. 10 t-shirts because that's just like buying 5 t-shirts because it's just like buying one get one free when when it says 50% off. Yes. What's your um perspective?
Well, at the Made in Compton store, we like to keep discounts and sales rolling simultaneously.
Simultaneous.
So simultaneously.
Yeah.
So, with 50% off the small shirts and the Compton in the box, we figure we cover a lot of area. And,
Mhm.
people always walk through the door looking for a deal, looking for, a way they can save money because we know it's tight out there with things going on in the world and, people losing their jobs. And, money is always an issue. So we always trying to figure out a way to save people money.
Absolutely. And not that, Compton in the box is like the best deal, but for some reason, because I'm saying it is, because the t-shirts, even in the basic box, it rounds out to be $11 per t-shirt. 50% off a small t-shirt is still, like with tax, like $17. So, but for some reason, people like to see 50% off. And then, well, like we do know that some people don't want to see or do a subscription. So it's like, this is what they like. This is what this person like because all the customers are not the same.
Hmm.
But it still rolls back to the everyday deal is the best deal, and that's
Yep,
Compton.
Compton in the box. More than 50% off.
Absolutely. So, yes, indeed. Moving on. Let me see. Mike said something over here. Yeah, he called Teddy G a traveling mascot. He's a traveling mascot. He said me. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. He's so funny. He said he could be a traveling mascot. Real talk. Absolutely. He's cracking up. Buy one small t shirt, get one free. Absolutely. And then that's another thing, the verbiage. And that's why I put it up there more than once. But I didn't know that it was going to wind up, going back to back. But you have such great verbosity with your words. And or you have a great vocabulary. So when you see something that some people could say is redundant, but at the same time, about there's other things that go along with why certain things are shared more than one way. What is your perspective when you see the same concept but shared in a different way?
Well, just driving it home because, different people minds work differently. So when you say 50% off, that might work on a certain group of people. But then when you say buy one, get one free, that might really open their mind up to like, wow, that's really a deal. So,
Mm,
just being able to communicate and articulate the same situation in different ways.
Hmm. Absolutely. And as an artist, that ties into how you all, or I try to do it too, but not per se rhyme, but at the same time, say the same information in a different manner. Um, when you do the hooks, you might add something else to the second hook or the second verse, but you driving home a point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. And moving on here. And with that in mind too, you can always flip your lyrics into a book too, and it's be like a book of poems, but it'd be a book of songs. All right, so subscribe to the basic content in a box. Even just starting with that absolutely is great savings, and it's not all just of course this is a business podcast, but at the same time we want to incorporate community communication. We want to inspire people, we want to motivate people, we want to network as well. And there's something about subscribing to the even just starting out with the basic Compton in the box, especially if you live far or you used to live in Compton, and we just have you know that we have certain t-shirts already prepared for the rest of the year for the basic Compton in the box. And it's just extraordinary. Is nowhere else where it's just like you can get a t-shirt for $11 that has a design that represents landmarks, the culture of Compton, hip hop, uh, you know, and have it delivered to your door. It's like haven't heard of it. If it's somewhere else, we definitely want to know, but we
It's a
haven't heard.
great way to introduce yourself to the main Compton brand. I mean,
Mhm.
for a discount, and then it's just like you just like family. Once you subscribe to Compton in the box, you could come in there and just figure out what you want, pick what you want, talk to us, ask what type of combinations we can come with, and give us suggestions for new products in the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's pretty neat, pretty neat. Absolutely. And just for fun, just gonna spin it. And we all like music on here. Entrepreneurship. Yes, indeed. Wow. And I mean, I can go on and on. Might as well say that because Compton in the box, you can actually sell what's in the box. If you just think you gift Compton in the box to somebody and you say, here, this is your starter kit. Okay, it has 4 t-shirts in here. I'm gonna say when you make $44.29, if you bought it from California, give me that back. And then the rest is your profit. But what I want you to do with that profit is for you to invest $44.29 and get your own Compton in the box. And that means those out of those other 3 t-shirts or 2 t-shirts or however much the person decides they want to break up that box and sell those t-shirts, they can make that happen. They can make $88 and uh, what is that? 58 cents in that box, and you know what I mean, and still have a profit. So
And
it
it's
can,
totally scalable. You
yeah,
figure you can buy a Compton in a box subscription and you could turn it into 3 subscriptions and you could get 12 shirts a month. And
oh,
you in business then.
yes, absolutely. So let's rewind that just a little bit because that was that's right. Because just imagine, I remember I did a video, and the young man wanted to pay the $132 for 4 shirts. And I told him about the Compton box before. He said, I got time today. Break this down to me one more time. Cause I'm like, yeah, because you about to pay $132 again. And I keep telling you. And so I was so thankful that he had more time today. So he understands that, yeah, you can get 12 shirts for this, same $132 if you pay the $39.99 plus tax each month, because each month is four t-shirts for that $39.99. We said plus tax $44. You multiply $44 times 3 months, that's that same $132. But guess what? Each month you get four t-shirts each. That's 12 t-shirts. But if you
They got
pay,
a suggested retail of $33.
right, come on, 12 t-shirts, 12 instead of four. So that's eight more t-shirts. That's almost saying like, for some people that may think of it this way, that's like eight free t-shirts. If I do it this way, I stay on a subscription for at least even 3 months. I can have eight more t-shirts than I would if I just buy these four t-shirts today.
And
For
at
the
$30, that's $240 resale value.
Ooh, wait, come on now. Absolutely. Look, what is Michael Holmes talking about? Yo, sis, am I lying? I told Julian to flip his boxes. Absolutely. And then he said, I'm going to be that dude. That's right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Why not?
It's like
You
really business in the box.
business in a box. Nice way to put that. Let me write that down too. Absolutely. Exactly. So, and then that's why I said, even people, the children that's back in school and they looking for their children to become entrepreneurs or practice right now while they don't have to buy their own toilet paper and toothpaste and all that type of thing. This is a great starter kit. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
then,
just think if they took it like the candy drive and drove it home like that, where
mm-hmm,
they solicit everybody in their family for a T-shirt, solicit people on the streets for a T-shirt to buy a T-shirt. I mean, it's really a scalable business.
absolutely. Yep. Business in a box. That's financial literacy right there too. Another portion of it, and it's hands on. And just imagine when you do the you do learn. I know it's a class effort. It's like working with a company and getting a chance to learn how to work with others. When you sell candy or the book drive that's in the schools and they go by classes. It's like a competition amongst classes and grade levels, but this would be individual and this would be in the real world simultaneously, doing the Compton in the box, the business in the box. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then Michael Hollis has a comment. Julian would be a proxy CPT ambassador on the East Coast. Go to work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that just totally makes sense. And then just imagine, and that's on the basic box. We do a deluxe box, you get even more. It's $99, but then you get even more value for that too. And you get a chance to pick out what you want. So just imagine he scales up and he has requests because people are going on micpt.com, but they're right there with him and they're like he's just out of convenience because maybe they don't want to subscribe as well. They don't want to put their card on the computer because some people still not acclimated to technology and so forth. And so he's able to call a store and say, you know what, I need this t-shirt for you know what I mean, because I'm using Compton in the box as a business in the box and I'm making a profit uh, daily. Absolutely. So you just never know. Yeah, because I know we have two brothers and a cousin. Yeah, they all got the Compton in the box and that's what they working on. Yeah, because that makes more sense. That's just like, they have four t-shirts. Even at that rate, you have one t-shirt that you wear and then you sell the other three every month. So you get a fresh t-shirt, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so many different caveats to it. Hi there, Big Herb Tech that does the content, cars and Hot Wheels and The low rider videos. Absolutely. Yes, he likes that terminology too, Bone. Business in a box.
Nice. What's up,
Absolutely.
Big Herb Tech?
That's what I'm talking about. So, and that's pretty neat too. What other store can you go to where people know what you enjoy to your hobby or remember what you do? Well, all we have to
That
do is
part.
see his name, and then that's just one of the things he do. I want to put that out there too because that's just only one of the things that he does. But he's definitely, that's a specialty that we know him from. Hmm. So, and then the more, people come to the store and the different events and that they have and that they share with us, and the more, we learn about each other. Hmm.
Yeah. It's bringing the community closer.
Right. Absolutely. So, and definitely not just a number because in these superstores, you have people changing, on a daily and different things, but it's like,
You don't even have a chance for friendship to forge.
no. No. And then, it's pretty neat. You can go to certain stores too, and then you see people often and you have a rapport, of course. But it's nothing like, wow, well, you can come on the podcast and advertise this, or like Michael wants to do a panel, about getting community, talking about community preparedness and, suggesting Compton in the box to a friend that can, utilize more revenues and gain more profits and absolutely and share Compton in the places where people wish, they still lived in Compton or never got a chance to come to Compton. Like that one guy, he's young and he wanted to come to Compton when he was a teenager, but his mother wouldn't let him come. And then he's in his 50s and it's his first time getting to come to Compton and he have family in Compton. It's amazing.
Man,
It's a lot of different stories. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, HMU, what does that mean?
hit me
What?
up.
Oh, okay, go work. Oh, he knows them. Okay. Look, I didn't know they know each other. How about that? Big Herb said he chilling. Remember you asked him, Big Herb, Tech, how you doing? I'm just chilling. Hey, man. That part. Yes, indeed. And Michael, is he smiling? He got the emojis, boy. He loves to interact on here. He likes technology. Well, definitely, I want to stop sharing the wheel of names here. I'm gonna remove that right there. That was pretty cool. It's always fun to do the wheel of names right there. And Sundays is when Bone has Bone with Friends, and it starts at 9 p.m. We got a late start today on mycpt.com podcast, but oh my goodness, I was too early yesterday. It wasn't even a podcast day. And then today I was late. But tomorrow, definitely, I'm the engineer on Bone with Friends. It airs at 9 p.m. Is there something else that you want to talk about for today, Bone, really quick?
Yeah, my special guest is gonna be Ty Ty, and we got a lot of history. We went to Compton High together,
Hmm.
and he's just a great guy in the community. He been mentoring the kids in Downey Unified School District, and he's just been taking it to another level, man. I just love to see that man's growth.
Nice. Absolutely. Well, definitely. I know it's a pretty much a couple of things we could shout out. Definitely want to shout out your book, The Game Ain't Safe. And it's not just because I helped with writing it, but it is something commendable because we have a lot of children going back to school right now. And, some of the puberty and different things that we're already seeing on Instagram is really a book that, parents can share with some teenagers right now. It'd be age appropriate. And then you have a double CD that you have not, which you haven't dropped a CD in over 10 years. Really quick, you want to speak about that? Like, why did it take so long?
Yeah, it was really just compiling the right songs to get the right outcome, and it actually took us like 6 years to get the right songs together. Then situations start happening, and it just got pushed back and pushed back. But then I was talking to you and I was talking to Q, and we got it done. It was just like we said, we need to get it done by July, and we met our day.
Got you. And I see Michael Holland says, "Nice chilling with y'all. Stay up, love, and get ready." Yes, he's excited about that podcast, and we have to get that panel together. Absolutely. And if it was anything else that you wanted to impart on anybody, the community, collectively, what would you like to say?
Yeah, I'd like to say, I love to see the new Compton High up and running,
Mhm.
and go Tar Babes. Congratulations on the win, 41-0. Y'all did y'all thing, and let's see a lot more of that in the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great work, great work. So until next time, everybody, please remember to tell people about Bone with Friends. It airs on Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Absolutely. So thank you again for all your support, Facebook fan club, and all the supporters, the people that share the videos. We appreciate you greatly.
Peace.
Welcome to the city of dreams and grind, where stories echo through every street sign, crafted with the hustle breathing in each line. Compton spirit is one of a kind. We paint the murals with colors so bright, every block a canvas in the daylight. From beats that drop to rhymes that ignite, showing the world what we write. Made in Compton, hear the anthem roar. Talent and pride pouring out the store. We lift each other up forevermore. Made in Compton, that's what we're here for. Entrepreneurs rise with the morning sun. Ideas blossoming with second to none. Turning visions into gold, we just begun. Compton's making moves, no need to run. We celebrate a heritage rich and deep. In every rhythm, every dream we keep. From the hills to the valleys we leap. Compton's awakening from a restless Compton, hear the anthem roar. Talent and pride pouring out the store. We lift each other up forever. Made in Compton, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We celebrate a heritage rich and deep. In every rhythm, every dream we keep. From the hills to the valleys we leap. Compton's awakening from a restless sleep. Made in Compton, hear the anthem roar. Talent and pride pouring out the store. We lift each other up forevermore. Made in Compton, that's what we're